Welcome to Stonk Insights, your one-stop shop for stock and crypto analysis and discovery. In today's video, if you couldn't tell from the title or the thumbnail, I will be revealing to you my 30 days of mining Helium for the past 30 days. But that is a little bit of an asterisk because of all the problems that Helium has been having for the past 30 days and beyond. This is about 27 days of mining Helium, but I didn't want to wait. I want to push this video out since it's the weekend. I got some time off. So this is the 30 days mining Helium, the past 30 days that I will be revealing to you today. So if that's something that you're interested in, stick along for the ride. If you're new here, consider subscribing, as I do talk about mining Helium. I talk about Helium in general. I talk about Ethereum Classic. I talk about stock. I talk about crypto. So if any of those topics interest you, please hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button. It does help me out. I don't know anything about that YouTube algorithm, but it does help the boy out, and I do appreciate it. So let's get into the video. All right, so first we're starting off here. This is the Stonk Insights page here, and what I'm highlighting is this playlist, SenseCap N1 Helium. So this video is going to be going into this playlist as well, but this is just a playlist showing my Helium mining journey. I probably should change that playlist title to Helium mining journey, because that's exactly what it is. I showed from being in a windowsill, to being in the attic, to being on the roof, to having 2 Helium miners up. So this is just a culmination. I won't really say the culmination, because unfortunately I don't have my 3rd Helium hotspot up, and I don't have it up with my HNT, which I'm going to be showing you here right now. So hopefully you guys can see that here, HNT. And the good thing about it is it plugs directly into this LMR 300 cable here. Okay, so if I want to do it indoors, I can still use this cable and just have it up higher, and it's 15 feet, so I do have some room to manipulate it, which is awesome. And I can tighten it down more, but so I have the device, the antenna, and I'm just ready to deploy it. Unfortunately, the 2 hosts that I had in mind, one just completely stopped responding to me, and the other one is kind of on the fence. But I'm kind of on the fence just because of, this is high dollar working equipment. The miner was $533. This antenna is $150. So I have to ensure that it's in an environment that can sustain it, and unfortunately I don't think that was the case for the 2nd place. Okay, but it's still on the table, unfortunately. But I'm trying to see if I can get family members now to put this miner up in their place, and I'm trying to get people to set up crypto.com accounts, but nobody wants to do that, because if I can send them rewards, I can send them Helium to that account, and nobody's doing that. So all right, so this is breaking down what I made in the past 30 days. So we're gonna do that right here. So you see this video, this was the last time that I made an earnings video, October 16th. It hasn't been exactly 30 days, but like I described before, the reason being is because of all the downtime that we had with Helium. And even though it's past the 30-day mark, we are still, because of all the downtime, it still hasn't even been 30 days of just continuous mining. So the calculation is 27 days based on the amount of downtime I've seen within my, but this is the last 30 days where I had 8.5 Helium, and that wasn't even 30 days. That was 2 months and 14 days worth of mining with 1 Helium hotspot miner. So this is before I actually put up my 2nd Helium hotspot miner, or around the time that I had just put it up. Okay, so and I was going over those rewards. Unfortunately, Helium has stopped allowing you to take screenshots or pictures of the wallet. They put one of the releases, one of the updates, they put it where you can't actually take screenshots or screen captures of your wallet anymore. So they stopped that completely. So, I just looked at it, and I'm going to be showing you that here now on a calculator. Okay, so right now, currently, I have 25.11 helium. So we subtract that from this here, which this was, like I said, over 2 months and 14 days. It's 8.5. Getting to its 25.11. This was less than 30 days. Okay, and that equals to 16.96. So in the last 27 days, I've mined 16.96 helium. Is that good? Is that bad? I'll let you guys decide what that is. Just to quickly see, what the price of that is 16.96 against the price of helium right now of 46.62 equals $790 and some change. So is that good? Is that bad? That at least pays off for a miner and both antennas and all my equipment, and I still have the other miners, which, if you take the totality of that, I have paid off for both miners, the equipment, and some of my third miner that's not even mining yet. So this is old news right here. This is the HIP 39, the redenomination, making it where it appears like you have more helium, but you really don't. Helium is still going to be the same price. Some people think it's going to crash because of this, but if so, it's going to crash from the price that it is right now. It's not going to magically be 100x more or 10x more, whatever it appears. But the final results were that the redenomination is going to pass. 73.81 consensus. They only needed 66%, so it did pass. So that's quickly what I wanted to get through there. But I wanted to go through this here just to show what I highlighted here. So at the time of writing, whoever wrote this, they wrote this and they said at the time of writing in September 2021, most gateways are earning between 0.1 HNT and 0.5 HNT per day. So that's why I want to highlight. Even with 300,000 plus hotspots on blockchain, you got to think that this isn't even the average. There's people that's mining a whole lot less. I see it every day, even in my area, to mine far less than this amount. And I'm going to be revealing to you exactly what my helium hotspot miners have earned today. Okay, so this is full transparency. There's no hiding anything here. They put something out like this. This is discouraging to me. When I see something like this, and keep in mind, there's 340,000 helium hotspot miners out right now. Okay, so when I show those numbers to you, just keep that in mind. All right, so I guess here it is, the big reveal for the 24 hours. So we went over my last 30 days, but I think this is actually a lot better representation of what I usually make without any downtime. And even with that being said, the first hotspot that I'm going to be showing you here, it's been really rough for this hotspot, for some reason. This is the one on site here at Stonk Insights headquarters. But for some reason it just hasn't caught back up to my second helium hotspot miner. But I'm showing you the stuff on screen now. I'm showing you through the Helium app where it shows what hotspots I'm beaconing to. So you see I'm beaconing to a lot of hotspots here, and I'm showing you the last 24 hours of earnings, which is 0.547 helium from this hotspot alone. Okay, which is above the average range that we just seen from that HIP 39 redenomination document. Okay, and honestly, this helium hotspot, in my opinion, has been underperforming from what I've seen from more longer patches of time without any downtime. Okay, so now we're showing my second helium hotspot miner. So we're showing both, what it's beaconing with, and we're showing the last 24 hours of earnings. So, this is what I made in the last 24 hours, okay, which is 0.861 helium. And that miner is, more in line with what I, usually make from both helium miners, okay. This one actually a little bit more. I've pulled 1.8 42 helium from this miner by itself, okay? And that's because it's more elevated than the helium miner that I have here on site. But let's just do a calculation just to show what I've made in the past 24 hours, okay? So we showed the last 30 days. This is also the last 24 hours here. And voila, we've made 1.4 helium, 1.408 helium in the last 24 hours, okay? So let's just say theoretically, we don't have any more downtime. Lord forbid it, knock on wood. You know, Lord forbid we have any more downtime, okay? So let's just multiply that, this 1.408 times 30, and we have 42.24, okay? So let's just multiply that. So that will represent a month of me mining helium without any interruptions, with everything just going perfectly, okay? So we have 42.24 times 46.58, and that's potentially what I could be making per month without no hiccups, you know. Fortunately, I have another miner. You know, if I put that up, you know, we could really kick that up into, you know, the next level, you know, and that would be awesome, you know. But even with that, 30 days of without any hiccups right now, with the miners being tuned with the rack 5.8 dBi antennas, which I must say we have been performing. With that though, I could be making roughly $2,000 per month in helium at the current prices, and that's without helium going to the moon, which I think is still in the cards. All right, and that's the video for you guys. So thank you for watching. So what do you guys think? You know, do you think this is good earnings? Do you think this is bad earnings? You know, do you think that I can step it up? Well, I actually can. You know, you don't even gotta answer that. You know, I got it on myself. You know, I take full responsibility. I need to have this other miner up with this antenna here. You know, like this is huge. You know, I want to be one of the, you know, first YouTubers that really go into this H antenna, you know, even though my rack 5.8 dBi antennas they've been stepping it up, you know, they've been really performing well, you know, as you see here, you know, not the harsh shadow puma, you know, it has though, you know, compared to what you've seen in the documentation, it's been outperforming what the norm is, you know. Well, like I said, you know, if that's the norm, I've seen people make far less every day, you know. I'm constantly on a Helium Explorer, just, you know, picking and, you know, choosing, looking at people, see what they made in the last 30 days. It's far less than even 0.1 helium per day. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. You know, subscribe if you're new here. You know, I talk about helium, I talk about Ethereum Classic. If you're watching this video, you know, you probably like helium videos. And again, I have a full playlist, so you can start from the beginning of me unboxing my first miner to right now. Okay, and I'll be adding this video to that playlist as well. So like the video if you like the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.